All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we are going to go through another Houston Rocket trade hypothetical. Now, if you enjoy this video, hit the like button, hit the sub button. It is greatly appreciated. So I was just going through trades on Bleacher Report, and anytime there's a Houston Rocket trade involved, I actually think I might make videos on it just because they're fun to talk about. Sometimes they're actually worth it. And I barely glanced at this trade, and I saw this one might actually be pretty solid. So it goes like this: the Oklahoma City Thunder will receive Ben Simmons and Shake Milton. The Philadelphia 76ers receive Kemba Walker, Eric Gordon, Kenrich Williams, the 16th pick from OKC, the 18th pick from OKC, the 34th pick from OKC, a 2024 first-round pick from OKC, and a 2025 first-round pick top 6 protected from OKC. The Houston Rockets then received George Hill and the 55th overall pick from OKC. I really like this. I really like this trade a lot. So the Sixers recently, they stated that the Ben Simmons sweepstakes, they're started. And he is 24 years old, a former number 1 overall pick. He's a 3-time All-Star, a 2-time All-Defensive First-Teamer, and then a 1-time All-NBA selection. So Ben Simmons' resume speaks for himself. If he didn't have such a disappointing playoff performance, honestly, I think he would have been able to get way more value. I think the playoffs really derailed his value, and he even was passing up like open dunks, dude. I don't really know what he was doing, but in the playoffs at the free throw line, he shot 25 of 73. That's just horrible. So you look at it, pretty reasonable package. The Thunder, you're getting Ben Simmons. You're also getting Shake Milton. Now, Kemba Walker, he will land himself on the Philadelphia 76ers along with Eric Gordon. So, technically, Kemba Walker is a 4-time All-Star, but his injuries for the past year plus have really just made his trade value horrible. So when he is healthy, though, he's going to be a solid player. He's a solid scorer, relatively good shooter. He can shot create. So he can do everything that Philly needs, but can he stay healthy? Now, here's kind of the icing on the cake, in my opinion, for Philly. You're getting a second backcourt scorer, Eric Gordon. And he has had his own injury issues of late, but, he's a shot creator. And when he is healthy, man. Kenrich Williams, also pretty solid 26-year-old player who can play every single position, as crazy as it sounds. Now, the Thunder would probably do this trade for Ben Simmons because they can't draft a player like Ben Simmons. He's a super good defender. He's a playmaker, and he's still getting towards his prime. He's 24 years old. So you form that with SGA, and then you think about Shake Milton coming along in that package as well. He's a 24-year-old who can shot create as well. So the Rockets, let's talk about why this makes sense for the Rockets. I think this is the best Eric Gordon trade you could ever think of. You get rid of his contract, which is about $40 million for the next 2 years. And then you also get a second-round pick. And I know second-round picks, especially that deep, 55? Picks, especially that deep, kind of scare people. But honestly, man, this is such a deep draft that you don't even know. And also, the Houston Rockets could possibly be able to trade up with that pick, the 55th pick and Daniel House. Yeah, you won't be able to move up too much. You won't be able to get into the first round with that package, but you could probably move up in the second round. You could play around. You could get creative. Stone would be able to get creative. And hopefully, but for the trade deadline, they'd be able to deal George Hill. I think that's the biggest thorn in this trade. George Hill's a solid player, but he's just a little too old, man. He's played 815 career games. Last year he played about 30 because he split it with OKC and Philly. This is a player that probably would hover a little below 20 minutes per game. Hopefully this would like the Rockets would have to get rid of DJ Augustine if this were the case. That's kind of one of the biggest things about this trade as well. I'm trying to think. I don't think George Hill makes this trade not doable. I'm trying to think, though, because Eric Gordon's been rumored in quite a bit of trades, and it seems like the Pacers trade was a little better value for the Rocket side. I believe they were going to get the 13th pick along with a player to match the salaries. Now, you got to remember with Eric Gordon is you have to match the salary, and you're looking at about $20 million a year. So I think that the package the Pacers were going to offer was Justin Holiday and the 13th pick. I think there was another player in there, but I cannot remember. I mean, it's not going to be someone to, get too excited about. But you're going to get a player like Justin Holiday back, but you're also getting the 13th pick. So that's like the hope. So it's almost what kind of filler, what gap player are you willing to really accept? The thing about this trade is you just are going to get rid of Eric Gordon. Now, George Hill isn't too big of an issue to me. I would say the bigger issue to me is DJ Augustine, which no one really talks about. Now, George Hill is 35 years old. This will be the last year of his contract. So he signed a 3-year, $28 million contract a couple of years ago. First year was in Milwaukee, and then last year was in Philly. So he's got 1 year left, and then he will become an unrestricted free agent. And you compare that to DJ Augustine, and it just makes a lot more sense. And like I said, George Hill would probably be a really solid buyout candidate next season if he wasn't available on the trade, or if somebody didn't bite for him on the trade market. So I really like this trade. I'm sure I could be swayed. Like, if they accepted this trade, I would be extremely happy. I'd be extremely happy. The thing is, I'm not quite sure what other value Eric Gordon can get back. So I think from here until the draft, so we've got exactly 2 weeks from when I make this video, I would say to keep an eye out on Eric Gordon trades and kind of monitor what value we're getting back from him, because this might be one of the better trades. I think this is one of the safer trades, but a lot of fans still want a first-round pick for Eric Gordon. We'll see what happens, man. Like I said, if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, hit the sub button. Out here doing this every single day, and I know you guys would like the content, so I'm going to peace out. See ya.